Which is why I'm curious that neither team's supports are putting a bigger focus on blocking out jungle camps. Axe went for an Iron Talon, and I would think that Dazzle probably, especially in 7.02 with some... Oh, Feero, mid.
Kickback, medium raise, long raise. He does have the fairy fire though. Sunstrike and the turnaround onto Noia. Noia's going to be dropped pretty low, but it's going to be Baby Knight with an uphill hit to secure the first blood against Feero. Crush comes in from YapzOr. They might just be able... Oh no, Noia! He rolled slightly right. FoREv wasn't able to get the Timber Chain onto him. Still might be able to catch him though. He does not have Whirling. Yeah, that was a weird rotation. Roll in. They still know that... that Lifestealer's around, so I'm a little bit surprised Noia attempted that one. The Crush is going to be missed, though, and YapzOr is going to be taken out by the long-range raise of Baby Knight. That was awkward on both sides. Noia rolled in, knowing Lifestealer and Slardar were still around the neighborhood, and then Slardar ends up missing. It's cool. Bears seem to be off as a whole. You know, Tsunami, I swear, they're actually really good at execution. We've seen really good things. FATA comes back in the mid lane. Sunstrike's going to miss, but maybe the kick. Not going to be in time. They do have YapzOr trying to chase down Noia still, but the sleep comes out from Rise. They finally get a successful kill on the board for Bears. It's like the 4th attempt by them. And a large part of it was that kind of weird rotation. You don't expect a Lifestealer. Yeah, they got him. You don't expect a Lifestealer to be rotating in the mid lane like that, but FATA's just, you know, going to be jungling half the time. So you got Dazzle early level 6. So you can finally have the weave out. Ooh, top lane looks like they might be able to finish off Ace here with the pure damage finally coming in. They have the Chakram ready to go in just a second. Another Timber Chain, nicely placed. FoREv does end up going to the tower and will end up dying for that kill, but well worth it. We said FoREv is the one who's going to be behind it.
But now they get the jump on the Razor, forces them to go back now. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, though, hestejoe's kind of hungry.
The kick leads into hestejoe, getting the positioning. He actually gets a little bit farther to the right to make sure he grabs the range creep and the seized creep to get the necessary spins to finish off the axe. A very nicely executed combination between on Bane that you're going to try and go for a Lifestealer kill. It's kind of one of those dead lanes, right? You don't want to risk it too badly, so you'd much rather get the kill onto Feero. The roll in is going to miss as Feero kind of comes forward, but you do manage to hit the stun into the call, and that'll be a pretty easy kill. 3-5, Cloud9 picking up the pace here with that early smoke. Bears just going to be a little bit too late with the smoke of their own.
A lot of rotations mid. No one is in the bot lane right now. This Lifestealer is still looking for kills. He's roaming, and this is the one position. Now they might find Ace, and that would be nice.
They are going to be able to slow him down, and that'll lead into FoREv getting damage necessary. It looks like FATA will be the one to pick up the kill. And this is we kind of expected this in some ways, right, from Bears, because we said they didn't have that really good like controlling tempoer in mid lane from the because of the Invoker pick. So they needed the Lifestealer and the Timber Saw to make up some of the ground. Fearo's going to be gone on again here. He does have Dazzle behind him, so Adam is going to attempt to Shallow Grave here, but actually gets silenced up. Distance is there, unable to get off the Shallow Grave in time. Very well played by Noia. This Earth Spear is just so damn destructive. Top lane, hestejoe is going to be up next. Corrosive Haze looks like unable to get any Cooling Blade off. Everyone too high HP, but it looks like FoREv, man.
Razors typically go for now. We unpause.
All right,
52
let's see
damage.
If Rise can get the sleep onto any of these heroes. It looks like he's not going to be able to catch the Timber Saw. YapzOr kind of sacrificing his life to be able to make sure that core does get out.
Man, they actually placed a cliff ward to get that, and they only got...
Making it so they can't take the tower. They are going to have to back off, and this is just time well spent for Bears. They've finished off the armlet and gotten a decent chunk of change onto FATA as he starts working towards that Desolator. And Feero's been kind of half jungling with little issues there, trying to pick up that Minus.
Oh no, Adam.
Adam is in deep. But that's okay. Adam, he gained information. FATA immediately TPs the other side of the map. He's like, see ya, thanks for the heads up, Adam.
Fortunately, the scan is down, so they don't really know the angle of approach. And the scan for Dire is up, and they know exactly where Radiant is.
They see Adam. Now, FoREv is sitting out in the trees here, so they are going to quickly get an Adam kill, and that's great and everything, but hestejoe's going to drop for it. Nicely baited out by Bears. After all, Like, Dazzle is a hero that normally you don't want to bait out because he's your saving hero with Shallow Grave. But against an Axe, you can afford to lose that hero day and night. Like, who cares?
Oh, Noia, bot lane, getting sliced up.
Oh, the Sunstrike! It's not enough, but he does have the chase with the Chakram. FoREv will manage to pick up that kill. Now, he has Silence up, so he's not going to make an immediate retreat. Baby Knight is here. He does have...
FoREv got 2 Bloodstone charges out of that, so they're just fine with that.
hestejoe before he can manage to get the blink call. Now, the kick comes out. Noia is going to miss on the Adam. Looks like Adam is going to be the one that falls again. Adam's just like, this is my life. I accept it. I will always be a sacrificial lamb.
FATA and YapzOr just hold hands as they go down and explore the enemy jungle, and they might find... Oh, there we go.
I was about to say, it made sense before, but now they've got the Blink Dagger. They see hestejoe walking over, who's the big counter to the Infest combination anyway, so they managed to jump him first, quickly get that kill, and start going in a little bit of timing here, and I don't think they should be giving up any towers if possible.
I'm surprised that Bears is backing off. I mean, never mind.
They go back in. Baby Knight's going to be caught by the Sunstrike. They just didn't have the backup. Ryze is way too late to be able to get a defensive sleep out there. FATA is going to be controlled up by the ultimate there. FATA is going to be run down. They need the Axo to be able to get the Shallow Grave. They managed to sleep him, stall him up. FATA's not going to be able to TP out. They will manage to get that double kill. But it seemed like Cloud9, honestly, their timings were just a bit off. If Baby Knight wanted to... for a Razor, like I don't feel like he's impactful enough, in part because of the Boots of Travel pickup. Maybe the next team fight will change my mind about that, but it does seem like they just don't have the overwhelming power like they should right now. They are going to be able to catch YapzOr, blink in call, but FoREv responds with a good combination on hestejoe, missing the Culling Blade, so they're not going to have that extra movement speed. FoREv actually gets off a 3-man crush and maybe finish off hestejoe. hestejoe does get a defensive sleep out there, and Feero TPing away. Invis is good. Noia couldn't get the kick out. Adam, once again, he will be dying here, but the 2 supports go down on the side of Bears. Cloud9, we're hoping to be able to get more, hoping to be able to get Cork to suffocate the farm of at least the Timbersaw and the Lifestealer more, and have more of a net worth advantage over those heroes.
As a Razor, sometimes you need to think, like, is my job to build... Oh, man.
2-man. Oh, stun. Nice.
Nightmare.
Sleep save. That's a beautiful one. They managed to get the Fiend's Grip onto FATA as well. Somebody needs to be able to stop this backline. FATA's already down to half health. Adam gets nuked down. Now FATA may end up going down as well. hestejoe, get that Culling Blade. Can't get it, but the damage over time will suffice. Noia, kick out. Barely missing FoREv as it trims his ass hairs there. FoREv does manage to get back to the tier 2. What an initiation there from Bears, resoundingly defeated by C9. Now another initiation, another 2-man call. This time the combination is on point. FoREv, of all things, gives a right click to Razor to finish him off. Now tries to go for another one, misses the tree there. Looks like he still managed to catch hestejoe. They'll be able to get that kill, turn it into Noia as well. Noia going to try and kick away and roll, but they do have the Yule Scepter, which sets up the Sunstrike combination. They'll take 4 down out of Cloud9. They went from initiation, beautiful one, from Bears going...
Talents, give it some more damage whenever single target.
Nice initiation, Bears.
Illusion.
Get an illusion, and... Oh, God, FoREv actually completes that TP. They're still going to fight this one out. FoREv's right on top of Baby Knight, though. Baby Knight blows him up with a big-time ultimate. Now FATA's going to lose all his damage, and he has nowhere to run to. He has an Aegis, yes, but he's going to be surrounded on all sides. He has a rage up as he comes back, so maybe, just maybe, he can get an escape out of this one, but there's a call from hestejoe. FATA looks like he's going to be blown up before he can infest anything, so he's done so. Wow, that was huge. Cloud9, Baby Knight getting one hell of a Requiem of Souls right on top of FoREv, who's one of the harder heroes to eat through.
And one of the best heroes to get that amount of magic damage on, especially in the beginning of the fight. Just eliminate... Oh, wow. hestejoe getting a kill on YapzOr.
Yeah.
If they can remove the Timbersaw...
You both are just taking a regular old 5 versus 5. Initiation on a Baby Knight here. FoREv's going to bring him down to bat half health. Nice Manta, though. FoREv is going to be stunned up. Also with the Silver Edge, he's going to lose a lot of that armor. Looks like Baby Knight with the Yule Scepter is going to get a lot more magic damage to get the Fiend's Grip. Back over here, Feero did manage to pick up 1. He got the kill on the Axe. Looks like FATA and YapzOr are going to have to run away. Adam does get caught once again. That team fight was very broken on. Feero managed to get the Ice Wall onto Ace, Cooldown. I mean, they've seen the smoke and everything. Even if they don't pop it right here, they do know about the intention. Now, the TPs are going to come into the shrine. Oh, FoREv gets caught by the call. He's going to pull right back in with the Fiend's Grip. YapzOr thinks about trying to initiate to stop that Fiend's Grip, and then thinks better of it, knowing that he can't actually stop FoREv from dying there. Feero and FATA are going to try and quickly do Roshan themselves as a two-man combo, but Noia is here, and this isn't going to work. Feero jumps out, maybe catches Noia. He managed to get off the silence onto Feero. Can Rise and Baby Knight take advantage of that silence and that damage over time? FoREv's away. He managed to get off the Ghost Walk. C9 can take the Roshan, though.
Can they? I don't know. They're loading up a
Maybe
lifesteal
not.
bomb.
YapzOr, nice combination onto Ace, but now here comes the combo. hestejoe manages to call out. Baby Knight activates his ultimate, lets it go. YapzOr gets away with the shallow grave. Nice save from Adam. And now tries to heal up FATA, but get ripped apart. FATA, with all the damage being stolen away from him by Ace, is probably going to go down. That extra armor is keeping him alive, as well as the armlet toggling. Plasma field is not enough, so looks like Adam's sacrificial play does manage to get a hit, and then maybe one or two hits after that. Baby Knight's going to be forced to use his BKB
is down
here. They
for
do
one
have
more
the call out, but nice initiation from YapzOr. Actually spots hestejoe on the backlines and goes for him first. Now, it does allow Baby Knight to get out, but at least they stopped that counterplay. If they'd gone on the SF, they would have been countercalled by the Axe, and that could have turned bad.
Short cooldown. He may use it now.
The stun goes out. Baby Knight with the corrosive haze. Manta's off that one. FATA, another Lincoln save away from the static link. The ultimate does go down. FoREv going to be caught by the Fiend's Grip here. They try and save him. The Axe is not there to be able to stop that shallow grave, so it will actually keep FoREv alive. Now Ace comes forward, tries to finish him off, but a blink away just ahead of the plasma field saves his life. That corrosive haze combined with the Desolator just tears Ace apart. The meteor's going to slightly miss, but it's still good enough to be able to get the kill onto Rise. The Bane is down, but hestejoe is back up.
Bears, like you said, they take the tier 3, and now top lane going in.
Noia.
Feero.
He needs to hit this kick. Oh, it does land on Feero, and they manage to get the dust out. Feero has been caught inside the trees. What an excellent play. Feero, you know he's going to do these sort of things. His Invoker, especially in the early game, and this could be a lane of racks. Maybe Bears feel more comfortable keeping the buyback on Feero and losing this lane of racks. Call comes out. FATA caught without his rage. Does have it coming up in a second here, but he's already the static link onto him. Ace is beginning to chase him down, getting all that extra damage, but they're going to try and pop him with magic. He does manage to get off the BKB, starts running himself away. He has the gem, so his escape is crucial for Cloud9 to keep this map control. Feero trying to slow down some of these heroes, does jump onto Rise, looks like missed initiation on a Baby Knight, fails to claim that kill. YapzOr 4 snaps forward, can't get him. And that is not good enough, I would say, for Bears. They're going to turn the only objective they feel comfortable taking with the double damage on FATA. They're going to grab this shrine. But after this, once Cloud9 are all what? Ooh, this TP from Rise. This is a dangerous one. They do manage to get the call out, though. YapzOr caught, not going to be able to counter-initiate whatsoever. BKB activated by hestejoe. Now FATA tries to get himself away from the static link that did get bounced back to Ace, but he pops a BKB. Fiend's Grip on the side. Looks like it did manage to catch one, but FoREv does manage to get out. FATA keeps on moving forward, but Ace is just hitting like a truck at this point. Nice AoE deafening blast.
Yeah, that's why I do like Midas Lifestealer quite a bit. Oh, BKB activated just to dodge the tornado. Okay.
Want to make sure they get this Aegis, and they don't get initiated on. YapzOr gets caught by hestejoe. Nice pick. So with the extra life and now a numbers advantage, Bears may be caught with their pants down. At least for now, and Bears can actually push forward through to mid lane. FoREv's trying to catch somebody right now. He does get the Scythe of Ice onto Noia with the Shivas. They manage to get another Shivas out from Feero with the control coming in. Noia actually dodges the Meteor Blast. Nice turnaround with a silence and stun. Ace is rapidly approaching this team fight, and Bears have to retreat here. A little bit of a cold snap stun. Feero's going to be the one caught by the static link here. hestejoe jumps forward, misses out on a call, it looks like, but the stun still come in. That deafening blast is huge, though. Feero bounces away, and it looks like he will manage to get out, but a Fiend's Grip onto FATA might have just spelled the end of FATA's life here. A Bloodthorn ensures it. 80 seconds down, Cloud9. They're on the cusp of being able to win this game now with the bots, too. In case the initiation does come out. YapzOr baits the end initiation. Might still be caught, though. Does have a tornado covering his tracks. Noia and Ace are going to be on top of him, manage to hit the stun, and YapzOr is going to die. He gets off a last man crush, but...
Ooh, it drops a gem also. That's a bit expensive.
Walk and Blink Dagger doesn't seem to be enough to get a fast kill. And if they pursue this teep, then they may still end up running into a full 5-man Rise. Now, Rise is going to get blown up by that combination. Baby Knight, he Silver Edges on through, gets caught by the tornado Ice Wall laid out as well, so he's going to have to head around. Stun kick out from Noia, but here comes that Scythe of Ice from earlier from FoREv. The Sunstrike over the top, finish him off with a Timber Chain, a little bit more. They've got him. So Bears do manage to find 2 picks. They are the supporting crew of Cloud9. That isn't a game.
It's still going to go on for a while. Roche is up now, so this is going to be an important objective if either team figures it out.
Bots 2. They're going to catch hestejoe. This is excellent. They take out the big initiator of Cloud9 while the 2 supports are still down, maybe.
hestejoe gets his TP canceled by Feero with a cold snap as well.
hestejoe's probably going to die to Feero now, but FoREv may have been caught around those melee racks. A stun comes out from YapzOr. FATA comes forward, but thinks better of it. Even with the Corrosive Haze, he doesn't want to fight into that one. His Adam's already dead. They don't have that Shallow Grave. He throws out the Abyssal Blade while he's still raged up, so he doesn't take that Unstable Current slow, but he looks like he's still going to go down. Silence up by Noia. May just catch YapzOr as well. They finally bring hestejoe down, so Feero can join this fight and get out a Tornado, maybe to save Slardar's life. A long-range sleep. YapzOr trying to sprint himself away, but Ace, he's actually faster than Slardar. He's going to be able to catch him out with the Plasma Field. That will be the Aegis. And now FoREv and Feero have to try and strike back, get the right kind of initiation. Good Shivas. Initiation on Ace as well from Feero, but YapzOr dies the second time, and now FoREv very rapidly running out of mana, heads towards the trees, but they've got him with a Static Link. A Deafening Blast trying to bribe. FoREv, Chakrams out. Managed to hit hestejoe there. hestejoe was planning on actually calling there. Does manage to jump Feero now. Feero's in serious trouble. Had a Meteor Blast going down, but just gets executed. He's going to have to buy back, and this is beginning. Oh, they managed to get a bash onto Baby Knight as he was throwing out the Wrecking of Souls. There is a buyback apiece now. hestejoe turns around, managed to get 2 in the call. FoREv still being comboed up by the Fiend's Grip. Rise stays alive because hestejoe's initiation. He managed to complete that Fiend's Grip. Another buyback out for the Timbersaw. The Refresher is used by Feero. Tries to get max Deafening Blast charges onto C9 to bounce them back, but they can't actually get the kill. hestejoe sacrificing his life to make sure Bears can't pursue. Cloud9 running their way out. Looks like Rise may be caught, but the cores get away, and that is what's most important here. Bloodthorn onto Rise will ensure there is no counterplay from him, but hestejoe managing to get the call to keep the Fiend's Grip onto FoREv. All these heroes manage to get the crush, dodges the stun out from Noia, as well as the roll. This bots 2 is actually coming in, but he's enchant remnanted. You don't want to be near YapzOr anymore. YapzOr is donezo. He does have a cheese, but he gets called up by hestejoe, and I don't think he would have popped it anyway. He just would have been beaten down again. See though, jump outside the Vice onto Baby Knight. Now here comes the buyback. hestejoe counters with a call, but Ace is actually being torn about by FoREv right now. He managed to get Abyssal Blade, another bash, but now he's actually been Fiend's Gripped up by Rise, sitting on the side. FATA is going to end up going down. He does have buyback, so that is still okay. Managed to get the Infest off into Feero. Well-timed Deafening Blast entrance, and he managed to get his hero out, but Baby Knight gets stunned up again. FATA pops out, tries to eliminate him, but still ends up going down. Now the buyback, FoREv at half HP. Feero sitting on the left-hand side, but if he gets boots 2 onto Feero, trying to jump in. FoREv's going to be the first one forward. Doesn't manage to get a quick Scythe of Ice onto anybody. Bots onto a creep as well. The Razor's going to be in this fight. Here comes the entrance. hestejoe gets pushed back by a Deafening Blast. BKB activated, so he managed to dodge all that Meteor Blast damage. FATA's got the Static Link on him. He's being torn apart by Baby Knight and Ace. He does get the Shallow Grave. He's good for now. hestejoe's on the right-hand side. Refresher activated by Feero. Turned around, Scythe of Ice. hestejoe does end up going down. FATA will lose his Aegis now, but Baby Knight's down to half health. Pops the Satanic. Starts beating on Feero. Feero nudged to get away. Ghost Walk, and he's out. Noia tries to catch up to him. Does manage to land that roll. Has the gem on Feero as well. He activated that BKB. Does manage to get out back over to FATA, who's being kited around by these constant Scotties, but they do manage to get the Dagon onto Rise. FATA pops his Rage and TP's out. YapzOr blinked forward, but right as he did, hestejoe managed to get into the trees, and they didn't get a quick, like, Scythe of Ice blow-up kill.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, is that all this initiation... Oh, never mind. On
quick blow-up kill! That is a quick blow-up kill! Holy crap! 2 minutes, hestejoe, he doesn't have buyback. He's already made his initiation. They're going to try and bots 2 in with the SF, but now they're at a numbers disadvantage. It's a 4 versus 5 for Cloud9. They're going to try and chase down FoREv on the right-hand side here. They might be able to finish him up if Fiend's Grip goes down, but he's going to immediately buy back and TP into this engagement. Baby Knight with a BKB. Turns around, faces up against FATA, who managed to infest inside of YapzOr. Off Rise, but FoREv leaves it out there. Looks like he was orchided up, so he couldn't He doesn't get the pullback damage that would have finished off Rise. They're going to try and execute Ace while hestejoe is still down for another 10 seconds. hestejoe, he's not here, and Ace dies. He's going to be forced into a buyback. A range Rax goes down. FATA going to be slowed down by the Scotty. Ace keeps on coming forward. He has the static link ready to go, but he gets bumped back. Deafened Glass and a Bloodthorn usage. Ace, Fiend's Grip, Rise in the background. There's nothing to be able to stop him. A Sight Device comes out, but it's on to Ace. Now the follow-up. FATA goes down. Feero, he ends up getting dropped as well. Buybacks are going to be forced to use by Bears if they can't fully retreat from this one. It looks like they caught FoREv as well. Yapzor, he may be caught here by hestejoe. Leaps onto the maybe giving up into Megas to be able to hold until FoREv is back up. Now the initiation, BKB activated. FATA, he actually gets on it. hestejoe here. Deafening Blasts aren't effective with the BKB still activated, but he manages to stop the Requiem of the Souls, and Baby Knight's down. 2 minutes, no buyback. FATA, he goes for Ace up next, managed to get a lucky bash. Now Yapzor comes in. The BKB lasts a little bit long, but not long enough to stop this tornado with the Sunstrike. Ace is down as well. 2 minutes, and this could be the end. Bears, they've killed 2 cores with no buyback. Rise does have a buyback, but they're missing all of their damage. They just seem to be too tanky. The tier 4s are going to go down. Cloud9 finally come forth. BKB activated by hestejoe. Pops that blade mail, but you see Feero is only going to go down to maybe half health. They get comboed up by Slardar. Hits with a double crush, and that will be it. Cloud9, they brought Bears into their world, the late game world that they're so experienced with, but Bears still managed to hold in this game 1, 82.5 minutes, and it is finally